Welcome to Revelation Unraveled. I'm your host, William Tapley, also known as the third eagle of the apocalypse and the co-prophet of these end times. 15 years ago, I revealed on this channel that both Barack Obama and Vladimir Putin are found in Bible prophecy. Barack Obama is the last king of the South in Daniel chapter 11, and Vladimir Putin is the last king of the North in Daniel chapter 11. And I will put a link below to those videos as well as other pertinent videos I have posted here on YouTube about Bible prophecies of World War III in the books of Revelation, Jeremiah, and Ezekiel. Now, at that time, back in September 2008, Barack Obama had not been elected president yet. And Vladimir Putin was not even the president of Russia. Dmitry Medvedev was. And I got a lot of grief when I made the prediction that Obama would be elected. No other YouTube so-called prophet at that time made that accurate prophecy. And since then, no other so-called YouTube prophet, many of whom get hundreds of times as many views as I get, has ever followed through on my discoveries. If you listen to them, and they are legion, you will not be ready for World War III. So let's review the words of the great Old Testament prophet Daniel. And at the time prefixed, the king of the south shall fight, now the King James says push, against him, and the king of the north shall come against him like a tempest, with chariots, and with horsemen, and with a great navy, and he shall enter into the countries, and shall destroy and pass through. Daniel chapter 11, verse 40. The time prefixed refers to these end times. The king of the south is, as I said, Barack Obama, because his forebears came from Kogelo, Kenya, which is due south of Jerusalem. Some people believe that Obama himself was born in Kenya. But the Democrats have always disputed that claim because that fact might have kept him ineligible for the presidency. The phrase, shall fight against him, is the Douay-Rheims translation. But in this instance, I believe the King James translation is a little bit better because it renders the phrase, shall push against him. In fact, I think the word provoke is even better. But I don't know of any translation that uses that particular word. The king of the north is Vladimir Putin because he was born in St. Petersburg, which is due north of Jerusalem. Compass directions in the Bible are always taken from the holy city of Jerusalem. And Obama has already partially fulfilled Daniel's prophecy by provoking Putin several times during his years in office, and Putin always responded by seizing more territory. But now, Obama has provoked Putin much more dangerously. On March 18th, 2024, Obama met with the Prime Minister of Britain, as seen in this photo. We know this was not just a friendly chat, because if that were the case, the United States government would have sent our know-nothing figurehead president, Joe Biden. So how do we know Barack Obama's visit was official business and not just a social get-together for tea? Because he was accompanied by our ambassador to Britain, Jane Hartley. However, don't expect our propaganda media to ever reveal the real purpose of that meeting. But anyone who can put two and two together knows that less than a week later, 4 days to be exact, Putin was provoked by a terrorist attack in Moscow. That attack killed more than 100 Russians. And so now Putin will again fulfill Bible prophecy. Except this time, he will seize more than just territory adjacent to Russia, like he did with Crimea. People like Biden and Obama, who conduct terrorist attacks against civilians in foreign countries, do not act in the best interests of the United States. Let's continue reading Daniel 11, verse 40. And the king of the north, that's Putin, shall come against him, Obama, like a tempest, that is, with violence, with chariots, tanks, and with horsemen, probably armored vehicles, and with a great navy, nuclear submarines. And he shall enter into the countries, that's Britain and America, and shall destroy and pass through. Daniel 11, verse 40. This same end times battle is also found in Daniel 8, as an attack by a goat with one horn, that would indicate Russia, on a ram with two horns, that would be Britain and America. And he, Putin, the king of the north, went up to the ram that had the two horns, Britain and the United States, which I had seen standing before the gate, and he ran towards him in the force of his strength. And when he was come near the ram, he was enraged against him, and struck the ram, and broke his two horns. And the ram could not withstand him. When he had cast him down on the ground, he stamped upon him, and none could deliver the ram out of his hand. That's Daniel 8, verses 6 through 7. I had hoped Donald Trump would be reelected president before the Washington, D.C. warmongers had destroyed our country. But now I am very pessimistic. Don't forget, in Daniel 8, the Antichrist brings down three kingdoms: the lioness, which is Great Britain, the bear, which is Russia, and the leopard, which is the United States. I'm sure the Antichrist is working behind the scenes right now to entice these three beasts to destroy each other in World War III, in order to make way for the one world communist tyranny of the Antichrist. For another Bible prophecy about the fall of America, read Jeremiah 50, verse number 3. For a nation is come up against her out of the north, which shall make her land desolate, and there shall be none to dwell therein, from man even to beast. Yea, they are removed and gone away. Jeremiah 50, verse number 3. And next, let's read Revelation 18, verse 19. And they cast dust upon their heads, and cried, weeping and mourning, saying, Alas, alas, that great city wherein all were made rich, that had ships at sea by reason of her prices. For in 1 hour she has made desolate. These prophecies are not just about the ancient city of Babylon. They are about the United States, Russia, and Britain in these end times. And don't forget to watch my full videos from 15 years ago, as listed below, that explain how these prophecies are all about the end times. The showdown between the lioness, which is, as I said, Great Britain, the bear, which is Russia, and the leopard, which is Barack Obama and the United States. These are the three kings/kingdoms that the Antichrist must bring down in order for him to take over the world. All of you in this audience should have your flight patterns lined up, your get-out bags filled, and your refuges ready. Jesus said it would be as in the days of Noah and in the days of Lot. Noah built an ark around himself, and Lot fled into the wilderness. And for anyone who would like to contact me, my name, mailing address, and website are shown on your screen.